sikuwa na form, sikuwa audition, and my friend was going, so I was like, oh, you're going to Miss Universe? Twende.
Yeah.
So the fact that I went and then got picked and then got into top 15 and then got into top 10, I was like, okay, maybe there's something here. They often say that Miss Universe is not a model. She speaks. She's someone who can speak, and through her speech, she can change the world. So one of the things I really struggled with is building confidence, despite the situation.
Yeah.
So even as I was preparing, I was actually very intentional about this particular pageant.
There was no Steve Harvey moment?
There was a bit, but not really a whole Steve Harvey moment.
Hi there, my name is Stacy Sang and I am looking forward to be part of Miss Universe Kenya contestants this year. I am 25 years old. I am a lawyer, a professional model and actress, and an entrepreneur.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Vibe Tribe podcast. My name is Sarah Nicole and I will be your host today. Today I am joined by a very beautiful guest, and I will let her introduce herself.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Stacy Sang and I'm very happy to be here. Today I am representing Miss Universe Kenya as a second runner-up, and I'm very happy to be talking about my journey in the Miss Universe Kenya competition.
Oh, well, we're very happy to have you here, Stacy. Me and Stacy were actually in high school together.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we were in Form 1 and 2 same class.
Yeah.
Then we got separated. She went to a different class, I a different class, but all in cabs.
Yes.
Yeah. Class of 2016.
16.
Yes. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I wanted to have Stacy over today so she could take us through her journey at Miss Universe Kenya, how she got started, what brought her interest in the field, and how it's been up to now. So, Stacy.
Yes.
I remember when we were in high school, you were pretty tall.
Yes.
Yes. And I think even then you still had like some interest in modeling.
Yeah.
But I never thought that you would take it this far. So
Yes.
Congratulations.
Asante.
Yes, you had a dream and you followed it through.
Yes.
Yeah. So Stacy is currently the second runner-up in Miss Universe Kenya 2024.
Yes.
So yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, very beautiful satchel.
Asante sana.
Yeah. So I just wanted you to take us like through your journey. What awoke your interest in modeling specifically?
I think it has always been an inborn talent. I've always, as you said, when we were in high school, I wanted to become a model. I didn't know why and how, but I just felt it inside of me that this is the career I want to take, hata kama ni part-time.
Yeah.
So I really like how models look on runway. They're very tall and gracious. They look very elegant, and I think that is something that really pushed me into getting into modeling. Yeah.
How did you push through though? Because like once we finished high school, like you joined law. You did law, right?
Yes.
You went.
Yes.
So how did you get in touch with like other models who got you in touch with walk us through the journey. Yeah.
Okay, so basically when we were done with high school, that was in 2016, admission to your N was in 2018. So in 2017 I joined some college in town to do my CS. Na nikiwa hapo, the teacher who was there was a Mr. and Miss for that institute, and the teacher was like, you're tall, you should do this. I'm like, it's not my thing, because there's a difference between pageantry and runway. So I was more interested in runway. But she told me, jaribu. So I took part in it. Didn't go, I think I was in top 10 then. But then what came out of it is I actually interacted with our trainers and the models in the industry already. So now from the trainers, I got my first audition out for runway. Then I started doing runway from 2018 till date. I've been doing runway mostly. But then I did now my first serious pageant now again was Miss Universe Kenya in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, but since siko napenda pageantry sana, hiyo pia ilikuwa kubahatisha. Sikuwa na form, sikuwa audition, and my friend was going, so I was like, you're going to Miss Universe? Twende.
Yeah.
So the fact that I went and then got picked and then got into top 15 and then got into top 10, I was like, okay, maybe there's something here.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that, you know, God wants me to do in this space.
Nah.
So I did now Miss Universe in 2019, and then once I was done with Miss Universe in 2019, when I went back to school, now we were having Miss UN Parklands, and I got now Miss UN Parklands 2019. And then after that, I've just been doing a lot of runway, got into commercials. So how I get these opportunities is by networking with different models, coaches, trainers, and just get and push myself. So I did a lot of runway. Then now I got the opportunity to start doing commercials. I've done a number of commercials with big brands.
The Pampas one, but it's not Pampas.
Yeah, Nice and Lovely. Yes. So did commercials, and then now back to pageantry in 2024 for Miss Universe Kenya.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So from just that alone, I have like 3 questions. First of all, what CS I assume stands for computer studies?
No. It was ni kama CPA, but it's more into law a bit. Yeah. Ni tonga certified secretary. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I didn't find me don't play. Okay. Second, what's the difference between pageantry and runway?
So. Runway is more about showcasing the designer's clothes or jewelry or whatever the designer has to showcase. So when I was doing runway, hata watu walikuwa wananiulizanga mbona usmile ukitembea kwa runway, because when you're doing runway, it's not really about the model. The model is like, I don't like using this term, but people use it a lot, like a walking mannequin. Like you're just showcasing what the designer has to show. That is runway. So you just go walk, you paid your money as you go. For pageantry, it's a bit different. Pageantry is about you. Who are you as a person? What are you bringing to the table? That's why you see us smiling, being gracious, being all out there, because we're representing ourselves on that stage. So that's the main purpose, difference between runway and pageantry.
Yeah, that is nicely put. I've gotten the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, and my third question was, your friend, the one who called you and you were like, tuende Miss Universe 2019. Did she also proceed or?
Yeah, she proceeded to top. I think we got into top 20 with her, but she didn't get to top 15.
Oh.
Yeah, in 2019.
Yani
but she's doing great now.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
She's doing great now. She's in great places now.
Yeah. So basically, nika ilikuwa yako. Nika alikuwa na text because it was for you. Yeah. So props.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so any hurdles you've encountered in your pursuit to now Miss Universe second runner-up, because that's like a long journey.
Yes.
From not even knowing you were sure that you wanted to go for it.
Yeah.
So anything that you would say was your biggest hurdle in the pursuit
of Miss Universe?
Yes.
My biggest hurdle was I really had to work on myself in terms of my confidence, because they often say that Miss Universe is not a model. She speaks. She's someone who can speak, and through her speech she can change the world. So one of the things I really struggled with is building confidence despite the situation. So even as I was preparing, I was actually very intentional about this particular pageant, and I really thank God I made it this far, because I took time to prepare in terms of my speech, being able to speak. Nilikuwa najiongelesha kwa nyumba when I'm walking, because I want to be able to stand up and speak and someone hears and listens and gets something out of it.
So very eloquent.
Yes.
Yeah, and you are a very eloquent speaker.
Thank you.
I see the difference between Form 1 and now.
Yes. Yeah, it's pageantry. Miss Universe. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So do you do it part-time, or what else do you do?
Okay, I do it part-time. I am a jack a Jill of many trades. I'm a lawyer, as she said, so I did law in UN, went to Kenya School of Law, waiting to be admitted to the bar. I'm an entrepreneur. I have done a number of businesses, my last one being a nail parlor.
Nice.
I used to play basketball.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, and now I'm into content creation as well.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm a jack of many trades.
Okay, you can highlight like your Instagram page for them.
Please go follow me on Instagram at Stacy_Sang, on TikTok at Stacy Sang. YouTube pia mnaweza follow mkingoja content. I used to post on YouTube, but I stopped a bit, but maybe I'll be coming back. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll link them down in the description box below. So check her out. Yeah. Okay, so what are your requirements? What are the requirements you need to be able to register for Miss Universe?
Okay, so it depends with the franchise, but with the Ababu Namwamba Foundation, the one that is currently holding Miss Universe Kenya, we were required to send a video through the Talanta Hela platform. So the video you are supposed to showcase, so you just introduce yourself, give a short catwalk in the video and then speak on what community project you'd like to partake if you're given Miss Universe Kenya.
Oh.
So we submitted that. It was like a minute video or a minute and a half to the Talanta Hela platform, and then now they did virtual judging.
For real?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
just a minute to showcase all that.
Yes.
Whoa.
So you have to be very creative.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
What did you do for yours?
So what I did is so the first thing I did was sit down and shoot me talking. So introducing myself, why I want to become Miss Universe Kenya, my cause, my charity cause, and then I did now the videos of me walking, posing in different places, and then I'll put the video together. So the video of me walking and all that was like the B-roll. So you can
Okay, B-roll is what you add into the main video.
Yeah.
Without you talking or anything.
Yeah. So the audio was like 1 minute and 30 seconds, but then now the B-roll was the walk and posing and stuff. So it was, you have to be creative.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Wait, could you send me the video, then I can like maybe
it's
put
actually
it in.
also on my page, but I can send you the video. You show that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Hi there, my name is Stacy Sang and I am looking forward to be part of Miss Universe Kenya contestants this year. I am 25 years old. I am a lawyer, a professional model and actress, and an entrepreneur. I am very, very passionate about our future and in particular our youth. And I do believe that education is power. So as Miss Universe Kenya, I will highly advocate for provision of education to our young people because as I've said before, I believe knowledge is power. In our current world, we've seen how education has opened up so many opportunities for young people everywhere in the world. But unfortunately, here in Kenya, some of our young people are yet to experience these opportunities because they've not been able to access the education that they need. And not only just any education, but quality education. Therefore, during my reign as Miss Universe Kenya, one of the things I'll be taking part in is working hand in hand with various organizations and various individuals to provide education opportunities, to build schools, to renovate schools, and provide essential education materials to our young people. I believe that equipping them with these skills will not only help themselves to get a quality life for themselves, but it will also help Kenya as a whole. We will be able to impact Kenya through our young people, and eventually they'll make their statement in the whole world. Looking forward to be part of this amazing opportunity, and once again, thank you and have a blessed time.
Okay, so what was the process like after, like how did they send you the acceptance letter, and then how did you proceed after that?
Okay, so after sending our applications, I had about around 400 applications. So
Across the country?
Yes, across the country. So they opened it up to everyone in Kenya. So anyone could apply.
Yeah,
and that was the
thought
purpose.
there would have been more than 400 actually.
So I think the reason, kwanza next year there'll be more. Next year I know it'll be crazy. The reason kuko na watu wengi is because the last Miss Universe was in 2021, Miss Universe Kenya. Under a different franchise. So for 3 years hatujakuwa na Miss Universe Kenya. So when it came back, as much as it was amazing, I don't think a lot of people were that much interested then because kumekuwa na hiyo gap here. Actually 3 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, so I think that's the reason. But najua next year, after people have seen how this year was, najua tutakuwa mingi.
Na mbona kulikuwa na that whole like 3 year gap?
So it depends because Miss Universe is a franchise and there has to be someone who is willing to hold the franchise, and Miss Universe is not cheap.
Yeah.
With the franchise is quite expensive. So I think for the 3 years there was no one to really hold on to the franchise, but I believe now with the Ababu Namwamba Foundation, the franchise is staying with them for a while. Trust me, it's going to. Miss Universe Kenya is here to stay.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
So you said Ababu Namwamba Foundation.
Yeah.
How did he get in like hold of the franchise himself?
So I'm not sure how he did it. I don't know his process, but when he was talking to us, he told us how he loves supporting talent, and he saw how pageantry can actually bring change. So it's something that he really loved and wanted to use, not only to change the lives of young ladies in this space, but also show people that pageantry is actually something. It's not just a fashion show or a showcasing of beauty, but it shows how, you know, these ladies can come up and do great things for not only Kenya but for the world as well.
Yeah.
So it is his passion to some extent. Yeah.
Okay. So you got your acceptance letter, joined the Miss Universe Kenya. So how did you start when you were like 400 applicants? How many did they pick?
So after 400, they did now the virtual judging, and then they picked 30, which they announced on their Instagram live.
Okay.
So my name was there. Because at first I didn't know how they were putting the names. It was alphabetical order, and mine is S.
Wow.
So nimengoja. Imagine watu 30 na yako ni S.
I'm sure ulikuwa like
Nilingoja. So I saw my name and I was very, very happy actually.
Yeah.
And then now from top 30, they did a reality show. So they visited the 30 of us in our homes. And take note that we're in different parts of Kenya. There are people from Turkana, Mombasa, you know, Kisumu. So they had to go to each and every person's home for a reality show. They brought us gifts from Miss Universe Kenya.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it was really nice. And then now after that, there was voting. And from the voting, now we were selected top 20. So 20 of us are the ones now who went for boot camp for 2 weeks at the Agile Grand Hotel. So we stayed there for 2 weeks boot camp, and after the first week we had the preliminary competition, which now they narrowed it down to top 15. And then now the top 15 continued in the boot camp until the final day. Now the rest happened. Yeah.
You said there was voting. Who was voting?
The public.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What? I didn't know that.
The public was voting. So voting takes place in most pageants. Actually, even at the end, there's usually the People's Choice Award. The person who gets like the most votes. Now, voting is used to it influences your position, but it does not really matter. Like, it's not at 100%. It could be like 20% of you making it into top 20. They look at other things. Yeah.
So how did you rally for votes yourself?
A lot on WhatsApp, and I was very lucky. There's a friend of mine. She's called Mwende Nyaga. I hope utaiona this video. This lady was a blessing in my life. I've known her recently, but this lady shared my posts everywhere. Yani, she was reminding people every day, vote for this girl, and she really, really helped me. So mostly on WhatsApp, Instagram, just reminding people vote for me, asking people to tell their people and their people. Yeah.
That was an angel set for you.
Yes, true.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're 15 guys.
Yes.
What happens after that?
So after 15, we continued now with the boot camp, as with the normal programming of the boot camp, and then now for the main show. Now the main show is the one that determines from the top 15.
Okay, let me stop you right there first.
Okay.
So take us through the boot camp. What was it like? Because I saw some of your Instagram stories and it looked like really luxurious. Like you guys were just chilling. Yeah. Okay, not chilling because I would see some workout videos and stuff, but it looked like you were having a good time. So take us through the boot camp.
So generally we were having a good time. I mean, 2 weeks at a hotel.
I know.
Everything paid. We're treated like queens. So it was a really blessed time. Yeah. But then now from the activities, I think every day from 6 to 7 in the morning we had gym, and then 7 to 8 breakfast, and then 8 to like maybe 4 5 now the activities for the day. So we had various activities. There's a day we had the makeup classes by Dennis Karuri. Yeah, it was very nice. We had public speaking classes, we had social media classes, how to brand yourself out there. So we had various sessions in between the boot camp, but we were quite busy. And now we also had the catwalk training sessions, which were the hardest.
Yes.
Yeah, with our lovely Playnette. She's a really, really amazing trainer. She's the owner of Vela Models, so she was really nice to us.
Yeah, she will be doing a power walk for us, so stick around for that. Yeah.
So it was nice. It was quite busy. Actually, we were so busy to the point that ungeniona nikipost, but if you look for me on my phone, you would get me. because also posting was part of it. Like you have to be a person for the people and of the people.
That
so you have
is
to be
the job
seen.
description.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So utaniona nimepost but ukinipigia unipate because I am busy in another activity.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like mbona ni snob? Like guy. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you made it to top 3. So you were 15. Who were the judges, or who were the panelists that decided the top 3? Because it's from 15 to top 3, right?
Yeah.
So how did mlikuwa mnashukaje in numbers? 15,
Okay.
10.
So Miss Universe is, apart from the walk, it's also about the talk, right?
Yeah.
So what happens in the main competition, there are judges, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the judges will judge from the walk to the talk.
Okay.
So we have, for Miss Universe main show, we have the swimwear and the evening gown.
Uh-huh.
So what happened is we first walked in our swimwear.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first category. So swimwear is usually used to also judge a bit on fitness and confidence.
Okay.
Because walking in swimwear mbele ya watu si ati ni rahisi.
I can imagine.
But now how you showcase it. So your confidence and fitness is also judged when you're doing swimwear.
Mm-hmm.
And then after swimwear, we do the evening gown.
Mm-hmm.
So evening, and the pace for the two is different. Swimwear is a lot of fun and stuff. And then evening gown is, a great composed grace, poise and all that. So judges judge that first.
Mm-hmm.
Once they judge that,
Mm-hmm.
they pick the top 7.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So they called top 7 on stage. So top 7 tukasimama hapo, and then now top 7 they'll be asked questions.
Mm-hmm.
So now that is where public speaking comes in, and how you speak and your confidence in speaking. So you're asked a question and you give an answer, and then now from the top 7 they pick the top 3.
Oh.
Yeah, the top 3, and then now top 3 also have a Q&A session. So you ask questions and you give an answer, and then now from your answers they now pick the winner.
Yeah.
Plus now the marks for the other categories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me from 15 to 7, like more than half of them didn't even get to speak.
Yes, unfortunately.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Well, at least the eloquence to us idea in the outside world.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah, that's cool. And top 3, you guys were asked questions, right?
Yes.
What was yours?
My question in top 3. So name the top 3 Kagani. It was about Kajiado.
Oh, that's
Kajiado was Kajiado was top 7. Top 3. But then unajua when you're in that stage, you live in the moment. Then ukitoka hapo umesahau kila kitu. What did I ask you? Top 3. Okay, right. Okay, so for top 3, I can't remember the exact question, but it was on my course, which is on education.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I actually gave them. So this is something I've not even told a lot of people.
Yeah.
So the answer I gave on that stage, and when they must hear your answer, I am a Christian, and this journey has been a journey of faith. So God actually kind of gave me that answer.
Yeah.
Nikiwa kwa shower one day tukiwa bootcamp. So I was thinking, the way venye unajaribu kufikiria unaweza ulizwa swali gani nini. And then I talked about I think it was a girl a child who's disabled in a remote area and cannot access education. So imagine now the challenges they're facing. So that came to me sometime, but then nikiwa kwa shower nikifikiria, then I'm like, now like try and give a story when you're giving an answer. Like don't just like make people have that kind of emotional swing.
Exactly.
So I thought of that thing when I was in the shower, and then when I was asked that question, it is the first thing that came to my mind.
I can imagine.
I was happy inside. Yeah, so it was very nice. It was beautiful.
Yeah, nika ile swali unasomeanga before exam alafu unaiona.
Ndio
Number 1. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that you thought of it.
Yeah.
But even if you haven't thought of like a question you asked, you have to like really be quick on your feet.
Yes, you have to be quick on your feet. So when we're doing the public speaking classes, we are taught how to think on our feet.
Yeah.
Because you never know the question you'll be asked. But then you never know. Hata uprepare, you never know. So the thing is, first listen to the question. Usikuje na premeditated answers, because you'll actually lose it. Listen to the question, breathe in, calm down, and then answer. It actually really helps when you listen first. Yeah.
That's a good point actually.
Yeah.
A lot of people just like okona answers that before asking the end of the question.
Yeah.
Okay. So they start with number 3, 2, 1, or number 1, 2, 3.
So it's 3 and then
then a winner.
Okay, depends. So mostly it's 3 and then the winner. But for us they did 3, 2, 1.
But you ukisikia tu
unajua 1. Exactly. So that's what happened for us, but normally it's 3 then 1.
Okay. There was no Steve Harvey moment?
There was a bit, but not really a whole Steve Harvey moment.
Yeah.
If you notice, like when they were announcing when they announced number 2, the producers put her name on the screen as the winner.
Ooh.
So for a really long time, her name was there and it was winner. Hapo ilikuwa winner, but now it's the other one.
Yeah.
But we all knew it, like Irene had gotten it.
Yeah.
But Neo to technical hit.
Yeah. Okay.
So, technical hit.
Nikiuliza swali nisikuwa ni kulikuwa nayo, but that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the prizes for number 3 to number 1?
So we were lucky this time. There were prizes. So at least number 1, everyone knew it was 1M for number 1. Number 2 was 300. Number 3 was 150.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
Na hiyo ni yako, like who went to Jibambe?
Yeah, hiyo ni yako.
Nice.
Yeah, so,
okay.
Yeah.
Sawa. Any opportunities you may come across from the particular process that zimekusaidia so far? What would you say?
So from the bootcamp itself, I've really learned a lot. Yani personal growth nayo nimegrow. Like I'm a different person from the time I applied to the time I left Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Very different. I've learned a lot of new skills in makeup. I've learned a lot of new skills when it comes to public speaking. I've learned a lot of how to, present myself on social media and so that I am a brand and how to brand myself on social media. Then in terms of opportunities, we were able to interact with various of our sponsors. And I know from a few here and there, obviously I can't speak to them as of now.
Yeah.
Kuna opportunities na come.
Amen. Tunakuombea baby.
Amen.
Yeah, that's so cool. Okay. So I'm sure your followers are very interested about what you are doing.
Yeah.
At the bootcamp.
Yes.
Umeona like an increase in your followers?
A lot. I think Augusta gained almost 1,000 new followers just because of this universe.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's really encouraging because actually now the other thing that made me do Miss Universe as well is also building my brand, my personal brand, because Stacy Sang is a brand, is a personal brand of mine. So I wanted Miss Universe to also give me that platform to build my brand, and seeing it actually growing because of Miss Universe was amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, engagement imepanda. I am very happy.
I can imagine. Okay. Sawa.
Yeah.
So as I said, go follow her on all platforms. Sawa. So you mentioned pageantry and runways, no?
Yeah.
And I know runways, like the top fashion weeks known are like Paris, New York, Milan. I think those are the tops,
Yeah.
Anyway, so what makes those particular fashion weeks such a big deal? Unapata mtu fly out from Africa all the way just to go watch a Milan runway show.
Yeah.
So like, what's the whole big deal with the runway shows?
Runway is very interesting because it's a platform that gives various players in the industry like an opportunity to showcase what they have. So we have the designers get an opportunity to showcase their outfits. Models get an opportunity to actually work on the biggest runways and get paid, quite well for it.
Sure.
You get people in the film industry get an opportunity to film like such big runway shows. So it's actually a big deal. And also now depending on now the cities, because what has happened is the fashion industry maternity uko Maju has been is different from our fashion industry here. Here in Africa, we're still growing.
Yeah.
And one of the challenges, especially as a model, is do not really have like that kind of job security. Like because everywhere actually Maju or Mauku, but now imagine Maju is a bit more developed and stable. So kutakuwa na fashion week at this time, there's this opportunities. So Fashion Week is really, really good, and I believe there's a space for Africa to grow in terms of our modeling and our fashion, because we have amazing designers. Actually, recently, the designer who dressed me for Miss Universe Kenya was actually showcasing her designs for New York Fashion Week. I think last week. Yes, and her designs were beautiful. And there were 2 Kenyans. She was her, it's African Fabric and Design, and Yvonne Afro Street, if I'm not wrong. They were showcasing the outfits in New York Fashion Week. So I'm like, if they can go there, then we can also bring them to Africa.
Yeah, because wanatoka huku wanapeleka designs zao huko.
Because huko ndio wako na the market. That is where they're going to be exposed and seen, and the platform is there. It's not necessarily here. Yeah.
So we don't have a Nairobi Fashion Week?
We've been having a few, nimekuwa nikiziona, but not every time. It's not as
organized.
stable.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But it's also good for them because we get platforms out there. So that's nice.
Good for their brands.
Yeah. So Miss Universe, Miss World, is there a difference between the two? Ama inakuanga just changing name?
No. It's a difference. First of all, there are two different franchises held by two different organizations, and then their systems are a bit different. They're all pageantries, so obviously it's beauty with a purpose and all that. But what they do is slightly different. So, for example, like Miss Universe, the theme for the major Miss Universe is beautifully confident. So Miss Universe focuses on bringing out that confidence in the lady, in that woman, that whenever she speaks, she can actually, make a change through her speech. It's all about bringing that confidence. Miss World is beauty with a purpose, and it's focused on, they actually been judged on their community service, like their what is it called?
CSR.
Yeah, their CSR.
Yeah,
they actually also judged on it as well.
Yeah.
Miss Universe, we still also do community projects and all, but we're not really judged for it.
Yeah.
But it's something we also do as well. And then the other difference is in the shows, how the shows are structured. So for Miss Universe, it's quite, I can call it simple, because we really have like the swimwear competition, the national costume, and the evening gown that is for preliminary competition. And the main show is just swimwear and evening gown. For Miss World, there's sports competition, talent competition, there is it top model, I think, and then there's also now the beauty with a purpose. So they have more categories in terms of competition.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And in terms of like design, see, the more segments there are, the more you have to dress up for, right?
Yes.
So do you pay for yourself, or do you get in partnership with designers who dress you for free? How does it work?
So I can't speak for everyone, and I can't speak for Miss World as well, because I don't know what happens there.
Yeah.
But in most of the times, and that's why I think I also did have that compassion for pageantry, you actually spend a lot because you have to cater for yourself. So even for Miss Universe, for our evening gowns, you had to source for yourself. At least our swimwear, we had a sponsor, a very beautiful lady, Suzy Kirui. So all our swimwear was sponsored, but for evening gown, we had to, buy it ourselves. When I did it in 2019, everything was catered for. That was the best part about it. For this, but now for me, which is also another testimony, I actually didn't spend any money on my evening gowns.
Amen.
I was dressed by an amazing designer for free.
That's the designer you were talking about.
Yes, the designer I was talking about. Yeah. I just shoot my shot. That's what I shot my shot, and alikubali.
Guy.
Alikubali.
That's something.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. If you never ask, the answer is always no.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Yeah. So
ulimwambia nini? Unaweza tuambia your DM. Ilikuwa DM?
Yeah, it was on DM.
How did you structure it?
So I had so in 2019 she's the one who did my evening gown.
So you had rapport?
Not as much, because what happened is it's the organization that organized for it. So I didn't really interact with her as much in 2019.
Yeah.
So when I was doing 2024, when we were told we're supposed to look for our evening gowns, I told myself, you know what, wacha nijaribu. Wakisema no, ni sawa. Wakisema yes, the better. So I actually just DM'd her. I can't remember the exact thing I said, but so obviously when you're DMing someone, or when you're reaching out to someone, you have to show them the value they're going to get, right? So my value was, this is Miss Universe, it's a big stage, it's a big competition. So when I work in your design, it's going to be seen.
Sure.
I'm also a content creator, so I'm going to be creating content with your design that you can post on your page, and I can also post on my page, so it also helps your brand.
Yeah.
So I kind of showed her also that value addition to it.
Yeah.
But then I think the most convincing part is when I went to pick the gowns, she was telling me she doesn't really do this much for people, but the fact that I put myself out there is the one that convinced her to just, do it for me.
Yeah. Put yourself out there, guys.
Yeah.
Usipouliza answer ni Z.
Yeah, hata drone exists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Props. That was brave.
Very?
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, so
very
congrats.
brave. Yeah. And I looked amazing. Si mliona gowns zangu?
Man, we'll put her pictures actually.
Mliona gowns zangu?
But yeah, you looked very beautiful.
Looked amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, Leona, like a growth on her page from.
Well, not she's a celebrity designer. She doesn't need me necessarily.
Yeah.
But at least from my own side,
Yeah.
the content I put when I had any of her outfits really did well. So at least on my end, I feel like I gave her what I promised.
Yeah.
But for her, she's accomplished. She's doing great things.
Yeah. Well,
she's doing great things.
You were part of her greatness,
Yeah.
so you got a artist. So that's cool.
Yes.
So, pageantry, I've had some stories about like judges who are not quite on the straight and narrow. So what does it look like? Are the judges always impartial, or kuna times wanakwanga like a little sleepy envelope? You know?
Well, I think for Miss Universe they were quite impartial. But I've also had the opportunity to be, especially now the local pageants.
Yeah.
Kuna kwanga tu na tu story, obvious. I cannot say it's all rosy at the it was fair. They're usually stories, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that sometimes we take the crown from people who are deserving.
Yeah.
For at least for others. Miss Universe were good.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're really, they like the whole process. Hata unaona like how they judged everything. It was really nice. But for especially local and upcoming pageants, it's still a problem.
Yeah.
And it's unfair. Yeah.
But well, una push mpaka time unafika maybe Miss Universe, then you get like an impartial panel.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Aya, will you be doing it again, you think?
Maybe. So I do everything with God. Even when I was doing this one, it was with God. So I'm really waiting for God to confirm it for me. But I feel like yes. Nilikuwa naambia watu the moment mmeona nimehit that dream, mujue nina apply to 25 and I am coming for the crown.
Yes.
Hatubahatishi.
Nice.
Hatubahatishi.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sawa.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually sure if you'd say that, or you'd say maybe like you've done with Miss Universe and now you just wanna like focus on other things in the industry.
Yeah.
But not particularly like you being the contestant.
Yeah.
So
for that's why I'm saying I'm still waiting for that like direction kabisa.
Yeah.
Because I will still do other things. I'm thinking of getting into training and
that's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking of doing that. I'm still trying. I've gotten a lot of DMs. Kwanza pale TikTok. Mnataka niwa train. Na sijui mnaishi wapi. I'm thinking of a structure.
Yeah.
Because I also live quite far a bit. So I'm thinking of a structure to just impact other people in the industry from pageantry to runway. But I'm also not dimming my light for Miss Universe.
Yeah.
In case it needs to shine, it will come out then.
Yes.
But between now and then, it's all about my personal growth and helping other people grow in the industry. Yeah.
So it's Godspeed.
Godspeed. When you got atasema ndio utafanya.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So future aspirations?
I really would have loved to continue with the runway, especially Madru. So I am still hoping that is in the plan somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I am planning to now get into content creation like seriously and work with makeup brands, work with travel companies, work with fashion brands because that is my area. Yeah, that is where I'm seeing myself.
Well, at least you already have like a toe in the game. See, maybe Lynn, actually I saw that they sent you up your package.
Yes.
So props.
Yeah,
I see that's a step in the direction you wanted to take.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So just to close it up in that nice little bow, any words of inspiration you would have for like Vibe Tribe aspiring models?
I think this is something I've always said, and you've said it when you're talking about Inform One. I wanted to be a model, and I actually even answered it when I was doing my preliminary competition answer. Is I love referring to myself as a dreamer, and I use this opportunity to tell each and every model out there, each and every person, do not stop dreaming. Yani, dream as big as you want. The world is yours for the taking. So dream as big and do not only stop at dreaming but work towards it. Because I dreamt of being a model, I am a model. I dreamt of being on the Miss Universe Kenya stage, I I am the second runner up, okay? But I worked for it as well. So do not stop dreaming, do not be discouraged. If you feel it in your heart, it is meant for you. So go for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You heard it here first. Thank you so much, Stacy.
You're welcome.
You have been such a bubbly guest.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been such a pleasure doing this episode with you.
Thank you.
Sawa sawa. So we will be doing a Who Wore It Better game on the next episode. So be sure to check that out.
Yeah.
Aya. Bye bye.